over here. Do me a favor, man, if you want to support me extra besides, checking out channel memberships and my Patreon and all that. Yeah. But check out my music too as well. Yeah, I rap and I sing a little. You should be able to check that from the link in the description. Go to my Spotify, my Apple, everything. Tell me what you guys think. All right. Shh. Has Frog finally left you alone? No. Absolutely not. No, Frog has not. He will never leave me alone. Honestly, the harassment that I received recently, which is crazy. There's some people that think that I just made it up. Like, no one's trying to attack me or my family or go after me. Word, son. Word. Okay. But no, I definitely didn't make it up. I actually showed some of my mods. So they've seen these nasty attacks that people have been doing. But yeah, I think that a part of me think that Frog might have been behind it. A part of me thinks somehow he clicked up with the nasties and he might have been behind that nasty shit. There's a part of me thinks that. You know what I mean? A part of me thinks that. You said, if MGK can do rap metalcore bands, I think you can too. Even better. All right. I ain't against it. I don't know what it would sound like, but I'm interested. So maybe you might see it. You might see it. You said you describe my voice as sexy. Thank you. I appreciate this. Yo, I didn't expect that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Harley. Bring R&B back. Your voice can do that. You think so? It is crazy that I've noticed that, what's his name? That Kiss Me song, which is like an R&B record, is one of the most played tracks of all my songs. Tells me that on Spotify and Apple. That one of my most played songs. Had to mute real quick when I coughed. Then when I cough, only our ear. But yeah, it tells me one of my most played songs is an R&B song. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, shit. So I dropped a few more R&B songs to see what you guys think. You never know. Bring that old school R&B back. That's like one of my two favorite genres, right? If I had to describe the genres of music I create, I would say 90s and 2000s R&B and 90s and 2000 hip hop. My rap sounds like old school 90s and 2000s rap, and my singing shit sound like 90s and 2000s R&B / pop. Because I have like a huge NSYNC inspiration. Well, more than NSYNC, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Shit, she was dropping bangers, bro. Bangers. Shit, my brother had me listening to a bunch of other joints too. Like, he had a crazy sense of, taste in music. He'll go from System of a Down to fucking, I think the name of that group was Bewitched. You don't know, that was an old pop song. Had a group, that's a song called C'est La Vie. Yeah, I think there was an old pop group in like the 90s called Bewitched. And I think they was from Ireland. It's been that long since I bumped any music. It's been a while. I might bump that today. C'est La Vie. But yeah, part of my mom listening to a wide range of music and my older brother listening to a wide range of music has inspired me when it comes to when I create. So it's hard for me to just stick to one thing like, yo, just rap. It's kind of hard to do when sometimes I hear a pop or R&B, especially R&B. I love R&B. But I hear a melody in my head where I'm like, I just feel like singing. Sometimes I do songs and you hear both, like the East Side record that just came out on Apple and Spotify like yesterday. That shit has both. It's me singing the hook and then me rapping the verses. and then going back and forth. He said, "Oh, your song? That's funny." He said, "Kiss Me" by New Edition. Nah, New Edition's my shit though. And Bobby Brown. If you haven't noticed, I even named my music video, my rap song, after Bobby Brown. But nah, I have a song called "Kiss Me" where the hook is paying homage to an old song by Six Piece None the Richer, I think was the name of the rock group. It was kind of like soft rock. But it was the theme song for a movie called She's All That. That came out in 2000s. Right? And my mom used to fucking play that song on repeat. Oh, look, somebody said it in the comment section. Sixpence inspired. What would you classify it as? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And maybe even Jay-Z and Luther Vandross inspired too as well. Because there's a part when I say to excuse me, miss, dun, 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 you should come. Kind of like that. I kind of use that kind of pattern. When I wrote it, I didn't write it. Like when I recorded it, most of my songs is freestyle. I play the beat and I just go. And then like I do punch-ins. Right. So I'll do like a hook or something, and then I'll punch in 4 bars, and then 4 bars after that, and 4 bars after that. And then like in 20 minutes or so, the song's done. Right. Especially when I'm like feeling that beat. The beat, I made that beat in like maybe 30 minutes or something like that. Once I got the flow of what I wanted to do and the hook was in my head of the Kiss Me song, 100%. It's easy to just knock out. But it's dope that you caught that though. There's not that many people that be like, "Oh, was that inspired by that old school song from?" Yeah, 100%. I love that song. That's my shit. So you love gospel R&B? Gospel R&B is dope. So open to a huge palette of music is good, in my opinion. Broadens the imagination, I would think. That's facts. 100%, at least that's what I think. Right? I got like producer friends that got a bunch of awards that say the same shit. Like, yo, listen to everything. Right? Listen to everything. He's right. You can pull inspiration from a lot. Especially me. The way I be blending shit, bro, I'm telling you. You can tell I got like inspirations from all over, from hip hop to R&B to pop, some rock. Right? Like I love Queen. One of my favorite bands. Right? Who else? Limp Bizkit. Like I just could tell y'all what I listened to growing up. Queen, Limp Bizkit, Method Man, Redman, Wu-Tang Clan in general. Shaggy. My mom kept that on repeat for sure. Sade. I forgot this girl's name. Oh man, what is the name of that band? She became like a very famous songwriter in the 2000s. Was it like something Blondes? Oh man. She used to wear this big ass hat. I haven't heard her music in a little while, but I used to bump that shit heavy in the 90s and 2000s. I can't, it's gonna come back to me. Green Day's in there for sure. Fuck with Green Day. Not mad at them. Biggie Smalls. Tupac to some degree. I was more of a Biggie fan. Right? Was way more of a Biggie fan. Tony Braxton. Some people even say I learned how to sing imitating Tony Braxton, which might be somewhat true to some degree. Like, I've had some friends that help me out with my vocals, but a lot of the stuff that I do when it comes to runs is imitation of Tony Braxton, or was inspired by Tony Braxton years ago. Shit, I used to do it on stream, and people would be like, "Wait a minute, that actually sounded good." I forgot when that was. That was years ago. I used to do the fucking Without a Crystal Ball joint in the deep voice, and people were like, might be something there. Who else? Because it's way more people. Not Legally Blondes. I've only watched that movie. Four Non Blondes. That's it. Damn, I don't know why my mind went blank. Yes. Yes, when the shorty's doing like this chant for the fucking hook. Yes, yes. Four Non Blondes. You guys got it. See, y'all know. Y'all be knowing. Y'all be knowing. But yes, I used to fuck with them heavy. Who else? Even though there's a lot of feminist messaging within this shit, but I love the melodies that Homegirl created. Pink. I used to listen to a lot of Pink. I think I stopped listening after like maybe the third album now. I said NSYNC, right? Justin Timberlake, Timbaland, Missy Elliott for sure. Right? Like I got a lot of inspirations. 50 Cent. Gotta put him on the list. Right? There's a lot of people. He said, oh, love Tony B's voice. She's a monster with the vocals. Monster with the vocals, bro. Tony Braxton, he slept on. I don't know why. He said, Team Jesus. I'm definitely Team Jesus all day. All day. Shoot, Kirk Franklin. Definitely heard a lot of his shit growing up. He got a song called Imagine Me. Oh, man, I used to bump that on repeat. So there's a few like gospel type songs that I rock with. A few gospel groups. Mary Mary. Yolanda Adams was bumping some shit back in the day too. Right? I wasn't probably even around. Right? A lot of the earlier music I used to bump, like, Little Richard. I used to bump his shit heavy. Prince. Definitely Purple Rain is one of the greatest albums of all time. And I might even argue, I'm not going to put on one of the greatest films. It's one of my favorites. But the album is probably one of the greatest albums of all time. Prince is a beast. Michael Jackson, too. Shit, I even start throwing people off as I'm mentioning like subgroups that people never really like heard. And I'm not going to say heard of, but have like a smaller fan base than the bigger ones. Like Marcus Houston has some dope records, right? Even though there's a lot of craziness with that label. Marion, he has some banging ass R&B songs, especially when he first came out. There's a few people, man. There was a band called, I think, Matt and Kim. I used to fuck with them heavy. They were more like indie rock mixed with like hip hop influence. Fergie. Nigga laughed at Britney Spears. Yeah, Britney Spears is one of my inspirations for when it comes to my pop and R&B sounding tracks. That She So Lucky record, fire. Crazy. Fire. You might as well laugh at me for liking NSYNC, nigga. Like, oh, fuck. But yeah, I listen to everything: pop, rock, hip hop, everything. BB Mac, nigga. You probably never heard of that pop group. Youngstown. That's the people that did the theme song for the famous Jet Jackson, which was one of my favorite TV shows when I was a kid. Shit, they even did the theme song. I think that might have been the same group that did the theme song for Inspector Gadget, the updated version, back in the 2000s. He said, eat the booty like groceries, Omarion. He didn't even say that. Someone said that on his song. I think that was Janae Aiko. But yeah, Omarion, he got some dope records from like his first album. I'm trying to, it's a few R&B records that was just like banging. Maroon 5 for sure. Babyface for sure. TLC. If you say Babyface, you gotta mention some of the groups that he wrote for too, for sure. TLC, Pharrell, Neptunes, Clips. People gonna judge me. I don't care. Mixtape Drake was a fucking problem. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. I was a Drake fan before he got famous. Then he started switching a little bit too. I was just like, that's not Mixtape Drake. Mixtape Drake was a fucking problem. Like, I'm trying to tell people. But then he switched his style and just started doing whatever was the trending style. I'm like, all right, whatever. But back when he was doing like before So Far Gone, right? Like, what's the name of that damn mixtape? He had this one mix, I think it was Comeback Season. Fire. Fire. Fabulous. I fuck with Fabulous. You said Miley Cyrus, she got a few bangers, right? Like I like If We Were a Movie, which technically you could say that's like the Hannah Montana phase. I like the Bangers album. That whole album was fire. It's really underrated. Really underrated. That was a really good album. Damn. I might bump some of that album today. But yeah, Miley Cyrus has some heat. The shit she had with what was it? Put your hands up. I like that song too. I forgot what the name was. Party in the USA. But yeah, there's a lot of, it's too many to name because it's going to be people that I forgot. As in not forgot in general, but I just didn't name because we can't sit here for 10 hours. Movies with fictional rappers. Well, I'm like, damn, that song was fire. I remember when I was in Japan recently, I'm dead in the airport, and out of nowhere, a memory came of a scene of this rapper doing a cypher, and he was beatboxing at the same time he was freestyling. I'm like, what movie was that? Damn. And then I looked that shit up and found that shit. And it was like an independent film that came out like maybe when I was like 13, 14, right? I was like, damn, son, that shit was still fire. Master P for sure. Like I was down with Master P, bro. Like, as in like, I bought everything Master P when I was a kid. Right? His whack ass movies he was putting out. I bought all of them shits, man. All of them shits. I was just a no limit soldier. Said Danger from Mystical. Mystical had a few bangers. He has a few records. He was like the rap James Brown. So I forgot about Mystical. Definitely has some shit. Childish Gambino is a huge inspiration. AKA Donald Glover. He said Real Ones has so many types of different vibes. Make your blood. I said blood makes your head bob. I don't know. To put my glasses on, makes your head bob. I'm about to say, makes your blood boil you. Why'd you get mad at that? Just about Real Ones. I appreciate that. Yeah, like when I made that, well, for one, I made the beat. When I was making the beat, I was thinking like, could I do a hip hop song or a hip hop beat with like rock elements? So it's not like a sample or anything. I just took a few synth sounds and distorted that shit and then just played in a certain way where the shit sounded like I don't know. It's weird. I have this weird technique when I make beats where I'll chop and screw some shit or some other shit. You said need a Throwback Thursday music stream? Maybe. Maybe. You said Busy Bone was my favorite before I started listening to gospel rap. I rock with Bone Thugs and Harmony in general. They had a lot of heat. It makes your blood you might want to see a doctor. Your blood bob. I was like, nigga, what? Let me reread that. Wait, what the hell are you talking about? You made your blood boil. Not your song, huh? Yeah. Then I don't know which song you're talking about. I have a song I just put out with the same title, like recently. But yeah. He said, I like all your songs you got so far. But thank you. Appreciate that. He's like, yeah, not your shit, but I like your shit though. But not your shit. Like, nigga, you high. Yeah. He said, better get that BP check. Your blood, your blood pop, Bob. Yeah, what a blood Bob be. Where's that? Oh, sorry. I was looking for the tray that I used to They're my recreational activities.